Woof. Tough stuff. Tough run there. You got beat right up. Yeah, it was just It was seeking death. Got boned. No, it's just total happenstance. But we're getting right into it, which is good because I'm a little bit late anyway. Yeah, there was a sort of, not really an emergency, but a work urgency that needed my assistance. So unfortunately I didn't get to work on the game today. Probably Halsey, yeah. I would say so. This is one of those games where you do really need to be following along, I feel.
Holy shit. What is that?
It looks like, well, a giant maggot.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I do not like this.
Warning. Dive setting temperature compromised. Energy resource below 10%.
I have to find some way past it.
This is the friend. He's pretty big now. I thought that this was the ancient lava flow, but I guess that's just this here. Just this piece. All of this is maggot. From the wet clag emerges the skeletal structure of a gargantuan aquatic creature, stripped clean of flesh. The remains lie intertwined with other carrion, making it difficult to determine what creature these remains belong to. I have to get past it somehow. I mean, like, why not just walk in the tunnel, right? Is it gonna leap up and eat us? Also, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the audio's been reversed in this. Has it been sounding reversed to you, or is it just me? The boneyard of aquatic giants is little more than a growing heap of relinquished scraps, discarded once their flesh has been ingested by the nightmarish maggot. Oh, it's like there's like a root sucking stuff up right there. The colossal mass slouches within the rocky alcove, its distended form twitching and undulating in the soft currents like a malformed water balloon. Through translucent skin, vague shapes of shuddering organs are visible. Tiny bubbles escape from the anus, while the maw slurps fluids from a rotting carcass. No, I meant like left and right reversed, not reverse messages. So I guess this is the anus? That's where the bubbles are coming out. But there's bubbles coming out here too. I guess this, yeah, that's the mouth. That's the mouth right there. I would imagine if I were to try to just walk past this, I will get slurped. We can't really use anything though unless we can interface with something. I guess we need to achieve. Fuck it, I suppose. No problem. Mission accomplished. Oh wait, this is one of these screens. Fuck it. Uh-oh. Wow. A sweep kick. Nice. That rocks. Well. A sturdy bronze figurehead of an ancient galleon, arms splayed as if in reference toward the horror that nests below it. I don't think we have any options right here as Charlie, because the only thing within reach... Oh, wow. Actually, it put us back, and the tunnel is not even a thing now. I think my 2 blue markers are just... Wait. Hold on a second. Can I walk up the lava flow? This doesn't have a tooltip. Maybe I can? We missed 2 death opportunities? Well... No, yeah, I guess so. But where? Oh yeah, we just walk up this. Glad I noticed that. The trench wall is a curtain of stalactites and stalagmites, stretching upward towards a shattered cavity within the cavern's roof. Maybe it did say it was ramp-like. I don't remember.
Oh my. It's amazing.
Is that what I think it is?
The Titanic.
A toy.
It's a Spanish galleon. It must have sunk and crashed into the top of the chamber.
Not yesterday either. How old is this place?
Old. Far older than the ship.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
Careful around that thing. Could dislodge really easy.
The deck looks intact. I'm going in it.
Charlie? Why?
I have the barest beginning of a thought.
This woman...
Well, I mean, we probably do need to drop this on the maggot. The pillar has been splintered near its apex, a spear piercing the darkness beyond a tear that's rent through the ceiling. From above, a perpetual snowstorm of particulates rains down. A pair of barrels lie half submerged in mud and mussels, their contents long since evaporated or disintegrated. The midsection of an ancient galleon lies shattered upon the barnacle-stippled cavern floor. What little cargo survived the ship's sinking and collision have been consumed by a forest of barnacles. The shock of the vessel's impact popped the mast out of its lodging, collapsing backward and colliding with the remains of the ship's aft. The stairs retain their shape, though their moldy complexion warns that any pressure applied to them would cause them to disintegrate like sodden cardboard. A field of oysters, barnacles, and limpets envelop this portion of the cavern floor, bisected by rivers of thick mud. The torn section of the ship lies beheaded against the pillars of rock, the majority of its body swallowed by shifting mud. There's something way the hell aft. The aft section of the vessel's corpse has been overrun by a variety of critters, slowly blanketing and consuming what remains of the rotting vessel. Inscribed slab. An exotic slab chunk lies prostrate in the silt, composed of peculiar materials and adorned with obscure yet intricate carvings. Wait, what is this? This isn't where I came in. Hello? Alright, hold on. I imagine there will be less to this than there would be to that.
I'm in the captain's quarters. The wood is really rotten here.
Warning. Energy reserves below 10%.
You're running out of time, Charlie.
She is not the only one.
Return the slab. The cadavers of wooden furniture lie huddled under the table, as if terrified of the ship's new inhabitants. A variety of inconsequential curiosities adorn the shelving, from broken bells and brushes to congealed remains of ledgers. Thick mud has pooled into the room, carried in by currents and aquatic denizens. Clusters of marine plankton swarm over the interior furnishings, a nectonic plague growing over the drenched wood. The pulpy wooden flooring bends like thick rubber as you traverse over it. A curtain of barnacles rolls down the wall, thick clumps of sharp shapes tumbling over each other as they sprout from displaced linen. The sodden remains of a bed, partially collapsed due to age and rot, the dissolved sheeting little more than clouds of fabric. Oh. Octopus. The albino octopus sits upon its self-claimed throne, its cataract-racked eyes broadcasting both a deep age and malice. Its massive sucker-bearing arms would crack open this diving suit while it injects a salivary neurotoxin into the bloodstream. Okay.
Amazing.
It is pretty.
Everything this must have seen.
Yes. Especially at the end.
I don't even think a place called New Bedford still exists. A weird, great souvenir to try and hold on to if we find a way out. Anne Alexander, New Bedford, 29th of January, 1806. .603, two correct but wrong placed. 123, one correct and well placed. Oh, that just takes us totally out. It's interesting, there's two interaction spots there. Don't know what of this would even make sense to use. balls. I don't know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1 correct and well placed. One 8 0, 1 correct, but wrong placed. 8 6 9, 1 correct, but wrong placed. 9 1 8, nothing is correct. Nothing is correct. So it's not 9 1 or 8. Well, if it's not 9 1 or 8, then 0 is one of them, but that's not where the 0 goes. There's 2 correct here, so the other is either 6 or 3. Is it 0 6 3? Yep. Nope. No, because 8 6 9, 1 correct but wrong placed. So the 6 is right, but it doesn't go in the middle. One correct and well placed, so the 3 has to be at the end. I'm so confused. That I feel like that absolutely means it has to be 603, but I just tried that. Two correct but wrong placed, yeah. I'm aware that's all it says on the first one. Look, here's my logic. The numbers are not 9 1 or 8. So that means this one indicates that 0 is the one correct in this, and it's wrong placed, so it can't be at the end. One correct but wrong placed on 8 6 9 means it's 6 that's correct, but it can't be in the middle. And then 1 2 3, 1 correct and well placed. 3 is the one that's correct, and it's in the right spot, which means the 6 and the 0 can only be 6 0 3 or 0 6 3. 8 6 9. What are you noping? But all 3 are correct in the first one. I guess it does say 2 correct. Okay, so 6 is not. No, 6 has to be one of them. 9 1 8, nothing is correct. This indicates that 0 has to be one of the numbers. This indicates that 6 has to be one of the numbers. And then I guess 2 is the other number, actually. I got really zeroed in on the 3, but there's no reason it couldn't be 2. So is it... Oh, come on. It showed a 0, and then it skipped to... No. 6... Must be 6... 2, 0? No, it can't be 2. What am I thinking? It can't be 2 because that's eliminated by the second group. It can't be 1. Well, it's not necessarily eliminated by the second group. Ah. And why do I think it's 0? Because 1 and 8 eliminate, right? So 0 is confirmed. 6 is confirmed. And I feel like 3 is confirmed. What the fuck? Yeah, this makes those too hard to read. The numbers are definitely 6, 0, and 3. 2 are correct, but wrong placed. It is really annoying that it says 2 are correct, but wrong placed, when all 3 are correct. This says 0 can't be at the end. Yeah, I think I've had it right, and it's lying. And that's why there's another interaction point. No, it's not 2. 2 is eliminated by the second line. 1 is correct and well placed, which means it can only be 3. 1 is eliminated by the last line. One is definitely out right here, okay? This brings in 6. This brings in... This confirms 0, because 1 and 8 are eliminated. This is 6 because 8 and 9 are eliminated. I guess that does put us back to 2, so this puts 2 in the middle. So it's 0, 2, 6. God, fuck you. It does this thing where it has a special animation to go back to 0, but if you've clicked, it doesn't. It's going to go to 1, but you don't see it happening, and then it just skips past. Oh, there we go. Okay. So basically, 2 and 3 are not explicitly eliminated. Or 2 is not explicitly eliminated. Yeah, neither of them are explicitly eliminated, and that was what was catching me there.
Oh, what do we have here?
God, Candi's
Potassium
soda.
permanganate. A disinfectant. And deodorizer.
We could use a lot of that.
If it still has efficacy. It's ancient.
How did the blind brain guy know that? Just from the name? This reeks like rancid diapers stuffed with fetid cabbage. However, there is no fungus that some good 300-year-old Candi's potassium permanganate can't kill. Well, the reason I said not explicitly eliminated is because it's indirectly eliminated by the fact that 0 and 6 are confirmed. Yes. And that only 2 are correct in the first line. But I guess they're all indirect, aren't they? I wonder why that had 2 interaction markers then. I wonder if I missed out on something. I don't know. Really? A way to brute force it? Hmm. Okay, so now let's go down here. Old ship bow. The figurehead of the ancient ship. Oh. We are over the maggot now. Oh, this is different though. The figurehead of the ancient ship protrudes forward from the bow. Its purpose of warding off bad luck from underwater spirits or violent creatures has evidently failed.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
The bow of that thing could come apart any second, Charlie.
Yeah.
Exactly. What with, though? None of those. Let's bring out the whole squad. This is empty. This won't do anything. I don't think we have anything that's going to do anything to this. Okay, so this is a small area here. I don't think we can do this without something else. I'm not sure what, though. Not sure what yet. I know what now. Sort of. There was just a scream? Is that y'all? No? That's concerning. Kit, thank you for 61 months, by the way. That was weird. There was absolutely a scream. Where was that? It was a weird note. I recall it being like out of place amongst the notes around it. It was like somebody had to go to a room. Somebody was told to go to a room with some very particular items. Oh! I remember now. I actually, I wrote this down. Note on Russian dead man. I knew it was a note of some kind. Right. We've put in aluminum. We just put in potassium. We need ferric oxide. Ferric oxide. Could it be from the plaque, maybe? Is that silly? Yeah, that's silly. Zenosis, thank you for the biddies. Sith, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, that's why I thought of the plaque. I thought rust. Yeah. Entry found, thermite. Warning, exothermic reduction oxidation redox when ignited.
Please explode!
When ignited. I admit I was hoping for something more explosive, but I'm happy as long as it does some damage and gives us a show. So the thing is, I don't think a Zippo will light underwater. Then again, I don't have to oops. I guess I do have to oops. I don't have to light it underwater. I have to combine it, maybe? Nope. Nope. I gotta do the old combination dance. I did this already, but I'm doing it again. Then maybe... Nope. I don't think we have anything else new. I'm pretty sure I've tried everything else that we have on this guy. Like, why would that work, right? Many of these things are, why would that work? It's interesting that they won't let you die twice on the same death. Once you've done it, it's gone. Sith, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, I would have thought the hydrophone as well. Oh, where is it? Oh. Maybe I never tried that. I think I did, though. Nope. Could have sworn I had tried that.
I do not like these sounds. They are wrong.
The cries. I remember them from my fugue. Somehow.
Now we have them.
I don't want them.
Okay. What the hell was that? What did that do exactly? Why does the monster get to sing to it, but not me? Maybe? No. Caught loud and clear. Now to find somewhere to play it. I was thinking like maybe the audio vibrations, right? I don't think any of this is going to go together. But I'm going to do the whole dance just in case. Where would you need to play that? If you wanted to like trigger a security system, maybe. This is a toughie. Does Mac have somewhere to make use of this? What? I don't remember that being available last time. Maybe it was. Maybe I did do that.
King, damn it all.
Oh, God. They look almost...
Melted?
partially digested.
Very nice. Finally this. Yep. Finally that.
Adding sample genetics to database.
Biological enzyme dispersing system.
Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress. Clean room sterilization system active. Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress.
Wait.
Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress. Warning. Liquid nitrogen overload.
Oh. Okay. Collecting broken off valves is not helping me because we're in a crumbling tin can at the bottom of the ocean. It's a great point. Well made.
Kane's rain.
Are those bodies? It's a creature made of bodies?
I do not like this.
This place. It's just a descent into madness.
You are beginning to understand.
The pillar of floral cartilage enthroned atop a pedestal stands draped in a crown of mist. A malodor of dirt and fecal matter rolls off from it as gangrenous bile seeps from its dew-drenched form. Father! The cabbage patch of nightmarish and distended bulbs warble and shudder as they... as they grow from a carpet of creeping flesh. Maw-like orifices ringed with toothed protrusions stand agape as if primed to slam shut on any wandering appendage. This cluster of nightmarish thorned sprouts push their way out from behind the specimen container, their engorged mass subtly throbbing. This preparation and observation room probably provides a welcome relief from the moist heat permeating its adjacent lab. A door that exits to the rear of the Omega Lab and to the pod is tantalizingly close. Peeled formations creep across the floor, reminiscent of centipede-like plants. The remains of an excoriated chest are cradled by a mob of restless finger-like protrusions that block the doorway. The condensation-drenched chalkboards are riddled with equations denoting chemical compounds, radiation spikes, growth rates, and a variety of other formula. The microscope and organic sampler sit against a bank of monitoring equipment that continues to tick and scratch as it quietly records specimen and sensor data. 1 second.
I beg of you, do not discard us as if we are nothing. Please.
I was summoned to go look at cuteness. This seems important for once. Nice. That's real good. Spam. Chonka lies. People, do you want the truth about the Transcendence chip? The church says the device will let you live on in the Nexus, but that's not true. Don't be fooled by their lies. Protect yourself and your body from Kane's deceit. Yellow leaf always. Yellow leaf forever. This specimen container was intended to hold a variety of plants for study. This one is empty, but a spattering of dried stains reveals it's held its share of verdant samples. A sample from, or similar to, whatever monstrous mutant has taken root at the center of the lab. The bright lights reveal a rubbery complexion the color of spoiled milk, while red markings decorate the interior. Human soup. Below the cloud of mist lie dozens of knock-kneed spongy forms, half-digested corpses, their jellied meat dissolved and congealed into a carpet of steaming biomass porridge. A rich aroma of decaying fruit wafts upwards, pushing your stomach to the verge of revolt. The heavy door is terminally shut, broken or barricaded from the other side.
You will follow. You will
I cannot read that. Or that. So, are these all meant to rotate one clockwise?
Warning. Highly toxic atmosphere detected. Proceed with caution.
What is it?
Looks like spores coming off this thing.
Highly volatile, I'm afraid. You should stay clear. Or find a way to purge the air.
I'd purge this whole fucking place if I could.
Language, Mark.
I guess that didn't work the way I hoped. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. Namiko, thank you for the biddies. We're walking him back. Ah, it didn't give me that one before.
You will follow. You will follow. We will suffering and delighted to see.
Gotta take the lid off. Gotta rip the lid off it. Might have, yeah, I might have dodged one there. Oh, I didn't realize I could go up here. But here we are, indeed are. The bulkhead door has been left ajar by someone or something, unashamed by the death left discarded in the connecting room. A malfunctioning screen depicts an idyllic view intended to inhibit sensations of crushing claustrophobia. The choice of the locale, peaceful shores of dry land, seems impossibly far away. I'm sure the way out that this guy is going to offer is just death. The storage tubes inject the sleeper into a sealed pod, allowing for claustrophobic isolation from the clamor of work and machinery. A screen nearby displays the biometrics of pods in use. Embalmed corpse. The body was embalmed for long-term storage, most likely to prevent decomposition. Fungal growth writhes from within the corpse, slowly converting flesh into yeasty mush, while emitting an odor of spicy coriander.
You gotta be kidding me.
More of that plant-like growth. This is horrid.
Plants should not grow like this.
The containment is quite volatile, yes.
But what is it? Something native to this undersea environment?
Precisely. Completely indigenous.
They were using embalming fluid.
Maybe trying to stop the spread of it. Careful, that stuff burns hot.
Not quite clear if there was any point to this at all. Clicking on it doesn't do anything. Well, we've got some... This fluid has the reek of something explosive. If we could find something to spark it as it came out.
Embalming fluid should work for fuel in the flamethrower and the slider.
Good work.
They'll burn out quickly though, so move fast.
This reminds me of my childhood engineering projects, only with fewer burned trees and police sirens. Flamethrower indeed. Oh, whoops. There's probably a bunch of stuff I didn't read, maybe. This door is sealed from the other side. A glance through the visor reveals a similar room cloaked in darkness. A series of extraction fans line the wall, funneling treated oxygen throughout the facility. Good thing that's still working. A pair of brutalist prefab sinks, the metal stained and discolored by use. The toilet bowl has been fouled by dark, cloudy fluids, the acrid stench and lumpy consistency suggesting the remains of a voided stomach.
More bodies here. In bags. Stacked this time.
For disposal. Kane security forces.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do.
Nearly a dozen body bags have been lined along the shower duckboards, showing a level of care that contrasts sharply with the more chaotic and indulgent scenes of violence so far encountered. The Spartan shower construction bears the signature crude simplicity of prefabricated facilities. The shower room is silent but for the hum of fans and the occasional drip from a leaking shower. The body bags thankfully limit the fetor of death to the rusty tang of dried blood. Hey. Living with a vampire. Lovely.
I hope you find peace. If not the Nexus.
It's gone?
Burned it. It's dead.
Thank God.
Spores are gone too. This is beyond horrible.
I'm afraid there are worse sights to come.
That's probably the door to Omega Base. Gotta get it open somehow.
A half dozen screens provide readouts of toxin and heat levels for practical experiments. In addition, these computers would offer controls to manage lighting, airflow, and temperature. Finally, this terminal is in charge of controlling access to the external Omega Lab doors. This terminal is mostly used for storing images and sending messages. Yikes. So this is showing something horrible growing. This is just a fucking facehugger. Yeah, what the hell? What the hell? This is a xenomorph. What is going on here? What is happening? Is this a tie-in game that I didn't know about? And then this is a graboid. Right? Yeah. 1000%. Is this familiar? This one's not quite ringing any bells, except sort of something with this here. Do you guys recognize this? I think it is just nods to stuff, but I'm not really outraged. These were in the trash folder. Who's right? Did someone figure it out? Really? You think it's a Zerg thing? I mean, I've played a lot of StarCraft. I don't recognize that. Maybe, though. Yeah, the other ones are very obvious. Oh, that wasn't even in trash. That was in images. Trash was the growing thing. Wait, they researched them. Excellent. I don't know why this is like paired up with a an X-ray of what appears to be a breast. And a crotch. Is this like a hip? I guess so? Is this that first thing? This is a different thing. I don't know what this is. Was that a shoulder? Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. Omega door access locked from pod gantry. Day 20 of quarantine. The situation here just got a lot worse. I've locked myself in the clean room. The organic mess has now expanded to fill the entire lab. It ate Forbes. That poor bastard made a food run but didn't get past the front bulkhead. He was absorbed and digested. I couldn't watch. All of us were having headaches and seeing things. I suggested we burn it, but Gelman said like hell are we burning his friends when there is a chance Kane can reverse this process. I should be safe right here behind the observation glass. That didn't super help. Now, is this the terminal or was it a different terminal? We got that from the security footage. Also, it's a fuck ton of combinations. We need more than just two numbers, I think. Oh, is this an employee number? No, it's one of those ones where you have to light up specifically the right ones. So maybe it's not that many combinations. Maybe it's still a lot. Maybe it's probably just too many. What did I do? This? It is. Excuse me, Tenosis, but I believe that was the intended solution, actually. I'm disappointed in you. Because the security footage was of this terminal, which was through here. And it specifically gives you only this. ** 67. So I don't think that was that wrong to do what I did. The only thing I wasn't sure of was whether or not that was the terminal where those two numbers went, because I didn't see the terminal. I wasn't exactly sure where that terminal was. Corbin, security. System. Tobias Crumman model Gen 2. Personal android to Dave Gallagher. Company synth liaison. Kane Luna Link successful. Memory wipe complete. Ordered received from administrator SG. Uplink closed. Message encrypted from Stevie G. Corbin, a new mission, my plastic friend. Keep an eye on Gallagher. Report back. System, internal diagnostic report. I have been paired with Dave Gallagher for his tenure on the Mule. He does not look upon artificial life kindly. Classic yellow leaf. The lab analyzed the contents of Master Dave Gallagher's stomach and found high levels of the peptide SMTP, a toxin found in the venom of a Scolopendra subspecies. I am opening an investigation to determine where the toxin came from and whether or not this was an attempt on Master Gallagher's life. I will not be alerting security personnel until they are ruled out as potential suspects. Traces of an arthropod exoskeleton were found in the meat grinder in Mess Hall 1. It belonged to the same species as the venom found in Master Gallagher's stomach. Chef Mason has been placed on leave from the Mule and dispatched to Deep Sea 15. All employees who had access to the kitchen are being questioned. Dr. Abdulaziz Al-Kabur was also spotted with Chef Mason around the time of the poisoning, but at this point there is no further evidence to suggest collusion. You should have found the first two from the video as well, which would mean trying to catch every image properly. Ah. Gotcha. Well, my bad. Message encrypted to Stevie G. After noticing a considerable decline in my processing speeds, I ran diagnostics. I discovered large packs of encrypted files were somehow hidden from my operating system. I don't know how my firewall was breached or what the files contained, but I am confident they were uploaded by Master Gallagher. How should I proceed? Message encrypted to Stevie G. I tried decrypting the files using every known exploit, but to no avail. If Master Gallagher is Yellow Leaf, as you suspect, then Corporate is more vulnerable than we imagined. He probably intends to use me to transport the files, since my clearance frees me from routine security scans. I will keep an eye on him. He could lead us to others. It's unlikely he's working alone. System, internal memo. I'm experiencing a recurring image stutter that overrides my optical receptors, similar to what humans call a visual hallucination. It always ends with my hands around the throat of a man. He mumbles incoherently as he struggles for breath, and then he falls to the ground and goes silent. I am aware that the termination is justified even before Lieutenant Stevie G tells me it is. I don't know if this is a malfunction caused by the file dumps or a glimpse into my life before the last routine data wipe. Maybe it's both. Message encrypted to Baron, Deep Sea 15. Master Baron, Madam Celaya has requested that I bypass your authority and discuss an urgent matter directly with Choka. The details are enclosed. Quarantine of the Lower Mule was characterized by rampant disorganization and impetuous rationale. Despite my invulnerability to infection, I have been locked inside the temple ruins by the Black Ops unit. Some others were also healthy when the doors were sealed, but unlike me, they will not stay that way. I overheard Master James tell Master Frick that he got an illegal eidetic memory enhancement before joining the Mule team. If any Kane officers find these logs, investigate this data exploit vector. This guy's a fucking narc and a cop. I hope he got melted. The Omega Lab is now a no-go area for human staff. Project Kitchen Knife is on the loose. It has already consumed the Brygo specimens and most of the remaining Omega research team and blister techs, so I am leaving it as a temporary obstacle for the temple infestation. To be safe, I recalled the pod to the Omega Lab. I am switching to hibernation mode to conserve what little energy I have. I will awaken periodically to check on the situation. My synth skin is flexing uncontrollably. I need an oil bath and a defrag. Nothing to report. Nothing to report except screams heard from below. Starvation and cannibalism are assumed. Diverting security access to the Omega Lab to preclude access to the Mule. Motion detected. Investigated. Nothing to report. My neutron power cell is nearly depleted. My gyro woke me up when it detected a position change. I'm being dragged into the well. Limbs locked up. System error. Very interesting. I like it. Close contemplation of the carved arm reveals an unnerving quality of detail. The rough surface of the stone's texture begins to resemble the natural complexion of skin, while a network of folds and creases bear an uncanny similarity to veins. The steel walkway makes a welcome change following the precarious wooden platforms, though the lack of railings remains a disconcerting observation.
Pod lift inaccessible. Docking procedure must be completed.
Think this pod will take me down to where you are, Charlie.
Oh, another lock.
Yeah. Have to get it off somehow.
I don't know. Okay. We also weren't really done with this general area. This gave us access to the pod. There's also these and whatever this puzzle was. But I didn't get anything new to put here. She's stuck here. I don't think we really have anything new to do here. Ah, but it's the ultimate canister. Not sure what we'll use this for yet, but apparently having a spare won't hurt. I think I've tried all combos of interest. Yeah, we used up the lighter on the flamethrower as well, didn't we? Let's backtrack with Mr. Bear here. So there were a lot of things I passed along the way to this room. What was this? Oh, this. Oh! Yes! See? Here we go.
It did not stay long.
Perhaps it needs more motivation.
More motivation, huh? More motivation. Can I see that again the way that it happened, or will it... I'm wondering. It just like goes... Blah, blah. Okay. I believe that was a view like in this direction, like towards what is quite obviously a big huge trap over here. More motivation. I think I already tried all kinds of stuff here. That just sort of happens on its own. My clicking on this is irrelevant. Let's just see if having that closed changes anything. I don't see why it would, but I'm just curious. Actually, I don't think that's where I thought. I don't think that view. It is the view I thought. So it came out here and it did a little bit more of a dance. Also, it's fucking fast as fuck. But it went right back here, didn't it? Why? Why? What does that mean? What does it want? Why does having this closed... And I can't do anything different, really. What does it mean? Yeah, I tried it. I tried it while it was closed. I also had that same thought, right? Some little bait, but I mean, that's tiny. This thing goes for big things. I can't put anything in there. You would think that would be what you would do. And it probably is what you need to do. But we don't have anything at the moment. I'm going to backtrack further. There must be something else. So there was this. Oh, fuck. I remember this. I remember this. Mac. Now I know what that was for.
Alert. Atmosphere flush complete.
That put out the fire. Okay, nice.
Once started, employment is a light that never goes out. The more you contribute, the brighter your flame will become.
Listen, my brothers and sisters, death is not the end. When we pass on from this world, we join the Nexus of Nine, where we will be reunited with our loved ones and live in eternal peace and happiness.
That's all well and good, but what does that have to do with our work here at Kane Corporation? We need to focus on the here and now, on working hard and achieving our goals, not on some afterlife that may or may not exist.
I didn't know that they would, yeah, they're bickering. Burnt bodies. A pair of charred corpses lie crumpled on the floor. Is this going to be a Thing reference? I'm for it. A stifling odor of rot and advanced decay wafting upward. A couple of fingers have snapped off on the nearest body while its remaining hand is frozen in a clasp. The storage boxes appeared dilapidated as though more recent damage hints at containers that have been pried open and pilfered. Intra-imager. This state-of-the-art imager is used to construct holographic impressions of patients. However, it is prohibited in most facilities due to the immense amount of magnetic energy it delivers, which has been known to bend and yank entire bulkheads from their housing. An operating table lies under surgical lamps, barren but for the smears of ash spattered over its Spartan surface. This canister has been torn open by shrapnel. Its contents exploded outward and over the room, draping it in sheets of finely powdered chemical. The privacy curtain is coated in cinders, bearing a beard of prickly cremation dust. Take a look. Weird. ACBD. Caution. Magnetic resonance device should not be removed from this housing. Well, I have news for you, bud. Oh, whoop, wait, hold on. Reset. That's fine. ACBD. No? Only this one is like... I mean, if you're starting here at A, C, B, D. I just did that though. Didn't I? Is it reversed? Or is it, maybe it's literal, like maybe it ends with A? Okie dokie. It makes my fur stand up. Was that quite obvious to everybody, or what? I'm really confused by this. I guess it didn't say that it had to start with A, but I mean it's oriented in, like, that's how you read it, ACBD, but it wanted you to do it DBCA. Strangerino. I guess so, but I mean, like, I don't even... The only way you could do that, figure that out, is just by guessing that it's backwards and not forwards. Let's look at these bodies. Oh wait, what's this? The surface of the canister is bitterly cold, a furtive prod eliciting a dull slosh of liquid contained within. Right? It should just shut Moses down forever, permanently. But maybe it's not emitting any magnetic field right now. What are we looking at there? Oh, Jesus. We can take that whole fucking... Where are you putting that? Moses, where are you putting that? Melted, rapid expanding foam canister. Charlie has a smaller one of these under her bed. Empty breast pump. It has a really weird straw. A lot of things just going on here. A lot of weird things. They're just giving us a bunch of items. Okay. Let's read this PA here. Celaya, Priestess 9. Here we go again. After the initial shock, it's a wild ride of laughter, tears, and cravings. I'm a lousy parent. Why does Cain keep blessing me with children? Message to Liza Simpson. A thought occurred to me as the Cain Day celebrations came to a close. Patient 818386's fog of memories is like an amniotic fluid. He will be reborn and transformed by new knowledge, not unlike our glorious Father Cain. As I pondered this, a minor quake shook the mule. No one was hurt. Could this mean that he is a crucial step towards true ascension beyond the Nexus? I don't want to presume too much, but the area isn't prone to tectonic activity, and no one can explain what caused the quake. I had a Juka shake an hour ago, and now I'm literally crying from the pain. I never suffered from acid reflux before this pregnancy, and now I'm wondering what other surprises may be in store. If this is a gift, then why does it feel like my body is rebelling? Message encrypted to Chaka board. Exalted Father on high, I received some interesting information from one of the staff, Dr. Liza Simpson, who approached me to discuss 818386, afflicted with an unknown ailment. For brevity, I have included a report written up by Dr. Hairfest, who brought it in to study the patient. Or who was brought in to study the patient. In summary, it posits that 818386 has somehow inherited the memories. Dr. Simpson claims to have confirmed these reports personally. If there is even a shred of truth in all of this, developing the means to transpose memories would have tremendous implications for the Church. It could pave the path to extending the lives of our venerable members and representatives and revolutionize how we teach and raise those within the Cain family. I recommend that this research be prioritized, but we will proceed as you deem fit. Today at lunch, Yvette asked me if I was planning a baby moon. I pretended to be above such indulgences, but really I would love some time away to get comfortable with the reality of this child. She looks like she's 1001. Report excerpt, eyes only. Prepared by Dr. Hairfest and Anne Clara Daniels. Closer inspection of the microbial infection growing in patient 818386's brain revealed a wedge-shaped object implanted between C1 and C2. The thing is crudely manufactured, but the initial infection has spread from its piercing tip. I have liaised with Baron, and we are at loggerheads over how to proceed with this heretical matter. Our debates are made more challenging by my uncle's obvious glee at my condition. He always seems happier than I am about my fruitfulness, worthy of a priestess of Cain, and he uses praise to avoid responding to my arguments. What am I to him, really? What am I to Cain? Yes, but they don't get pregnant. Compounding my heterodox nightmare, the archaeology department reported that the cover stone that had been placed over the recovered human remains was carved at least 2,000 years before their death. Fairly sure. The timeline of human achievement canonized by the Church does not permit for such an aberration. Were it not for the potential significance of PS-139, I would would have shut down this entire operation a long time ago. Liza is now a participant in the dream along with 818386. She's been screaming for 7 days straight. I'm not sure if they are screams of ecstasy or pain, but I can't help envying the intensity of her experience. Good Lord. That's got to be quite an anomaly. I suppose... Wait, was some fuckery involved? Was it, like, artificial insemination or something like that? Like, biologically, I don't think that makes a lot of sense. But an anomaly would explain it. IVF? That makes much more sense. Good point, Rudy, good point. I can feel the iron hold of my incarcerator tighten as I struggle to free myself from its gestating grip. I wish to visit the Mother's Shrine on my next shore leave, but first I must repent for these thoughts. Message to Corbin. Corbin, I've received multiple reports of staff suffering from hallucinations similar to what we've observed in 818386. We are not prepared for an outbreak. I recommend that high security containment and quarantine procedures be enacted immediately, at least until we have a better understanding of the microbe. You are instructed to bypass Baron and have the team organized by Chaka directly. Despite the quarantine, an aerosolized form of PS-139 has spread throughout the facility. Is this the work of Yellow Leaf? We've locked down this mule quadrant as best we can. Dr. Moon managed to get the air filtration working. Then she said her oculars were glitching, and she needed a special tool from her office. I haven't seen her since. It's harder to imagine. So that would have been when she went to get her pod friend out of Stasis, who then oopsied. It's harder to imagine this as a divine gift when the corridors are filled with screams. I've started seeing things, slivers of others' memories, flashes of violence. I've seen what the infection is doing to some of my colleagues, and I dread succumbing to it. Security is attempting to control the situation, but failing. I alerted corporate earlier today, and they assured me they'd send help. I can only pray to Father and Mother that they get here soon. Kane be with us. By the Mother, the security teams are killing everyone. The order must have come from Baron. Damn you, Corbin. By the grace of Kane, I've managed to hide, but I hear gunshots echoing through the halls. Glory to the Mother, who protected and guided us as we took to the stars. Reverence to the Mother, from whose womb His Holiness was reborn. Supplication to the Mother, whose flesh sustains us and keeps us pure of soul. Exhortation to the Numen, who will guide us to paradise. The end. That's that. Whoa, jeez, man. Like, passing my mouse over this and getting the one frame jump scare of just whatever's in the inventory. Okay, so we have some stuff now that I don't know how to make use of yet. Use the breast pump on the monster. Let's get all this shit into this place. And good golly. A human breast nursed that ungodly beast that was birthed from the vat. Maybe the milk's hormones could be used to lure it someplace. I mean, I don't... Are you saying that, like... Maybe. I'm unsure if it's like that there's some remaining residue or if we have to fill her up. I didn't think so. We're lucky that the valve melted in a way to keep the contents inside. We'll need to find a way to replace the valve before we can use this. I've found a way.
The valves melted off these canisters, but with the new one, the foam should release.
Fixed rapid expanding foam canister. Hey, if it's dumb but works, it's not dumb. So now we need to find something to foam up or launch vertically. No kidding. I've seen these canisters launch a car 6 feet in the air. I found something. These I've realized what it is about these cinematics.
Oh, wow.
I felt that from in here. Are you okay? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm okay. I broke off the bow of the ship. It fell on top of that thing.
Inspired.
If it worked.
Yeah, I've realized what it is about the schematics now. The cinematics. They feel like they've been, like they were outsourced or something. I don't know if they were made by the same team. Probably they were. But they don't feel like they were made by the same team in some way. Because the cinematography is so jarringly bad. It's like they don't want you to see what they're showing you, because it's almost all of them. It's like you're struggling to make sense of anything that's happening visually. Yeah, the camera is always like super zoomed in and shaking all over the place. Now, I will say stylistically it works anyway, because the whole game is sort of I mean, it's a horror game for one thing, so
It's I killed it. It's dead.
You don't sound thrilled.
It was huge. It was unique.
It was disgusting.
But it's still gone.
Warning. Energy reserves below 5%.
You will be too if you don't hurry.
I don't think it really feels like found footage even. I think the effect that they were trying to go for was just unsettling. Like the camera is too close, the camera is too shaky, like they're trying to convey a sense of disorientation probably, which again makes total sense. But a lot of the deaths are good examples of like you know what's happening, but like the camera is once again like way too close to the action, so you don't feel like you're getting the whole picture. And stylistically, I feel like that makes sense to do. But simultaneously, I feel like you can do it not quite right. Does that make sense? Like, it's more than just like cleverly only showing, you know, 30% of what's happening or something like that. It's like they're going for that, but kind of off the mark a little bit, is how it feels. Which really makes it feel more like kind of amateur 3D rendering stuff. Found an article on ArtStation that makes it seem like the cinematics were indeed outsourced. Or not. It was by Chris Bischoff. He said the cinematics took him 4 months in Unreal Engine 5. Huh. Okay. I do want to clarify here that I am not by any means saying that they are like the worst thing ever or something like that. The fore section of an ancient galleon torn off and left to teeter on the cliff edge. The rapid downward descent of the figurehead has detonated the engorged entazoon like a rupturing cyst, crushing and bursting the creature under its weight. Closer inspection reveals fleshy eggs that each contain bloated larvae, contorted and wrapped into a ball, floating within a bubble of sordid fluids. The crumpled form of the dead grub slowly excretes a smoky, milky vapor, saturating the water with chalky bile and tangles of expelled innards. What are you up to, Mr. Man? The bones can finally rest without being sucked and gnawed raw. A dozen gooseflesh pods bounce in the gentle current, tethered to the cave floor by a thick web of mucus. Clumps of meat and red ichor remain attached to the whale corpse, like half-eaten leftovers doused in bolognese. The spectacular discharge of offal rests under a swirling cloud of thick, custardy fluids and pale, stringy matter. Yeah, I noticed the keyword milky in there, but there's no interaction point, so this isn't where we can get that. It was just a nice descriptive term. Hi. It's not time.
Electrical intensification detected.
Super.
What are we looking at? What is this? Ipha, thank you for the biddies. Clutches of pods dot the cave entrance, the tips of their ovoid forms glistening in the tunnel's fluorescent light. Rivulets of natural rock snake down the cave wall, in between which scuttle a variety of tiny, long-limbed crustaceans. Scrapped rover. The scrapped rover bears various containers and sample extraction tools, its surface slowly succumbing to rust and deterioration.
Here. Twin prop.
Kitted for sample collection, looks like. Anything useful?
Numerous crab-like creatures strut atop the docking tube, occasionally snatching at minute ocean life drawn to the docking lights situated above.
Something here.
Caution. Unfertilized scrubber eggs detected.
Huh.
Okay. Okay. The electric swarm is probably waiting for a male to fertilize them. Can we charge our suit? No. Magnetic resonance device. This is very dangerous now that it's outside of its casing. However, it should produce a sizable magnetic field if we could find a way to power this. Okay, it is not a battery. Algae. A wispy mane of algae and grit grows from the suit's exterior, swaying in time with the water's current. The empty diving suit presents its head as if submitting to execution. Thick webbed strands of mucus-like tissue carpet the floors and walls of the cave interior, crawling out from under the intruding tide of mud like a phlegmy weed. Scrubber swarm.
Oh my god.
Pretty. It's hazy on the camera. What is that?
Scrubbers. Like the one that melted the crane circuitry, remember?
And you said one by itself could fry your whole suit.
Yeah.
4% energy reserves remaining.
Are the scrubbers swarming?
Yeah. Around the docking ring.
Then you have a problem. Those are females. They are swarming because they have no males to copulate with. Working scrubber broods are always kept female. They're easier to manage.
They don't look very easy to manage to me. I wouldn't last 2 seconds in there.
Is there a way around?
No. That path is the only one that leads to Alpha Base.
Should be fine.
Insane.
You wouldn't make it 10 feet in that.
No. But I can see the docking ring for Alpha. If I can get there.
3% energy reserves remaining.
Well, obviously we need to do something. But what if we didn't? Oh, which number? I missed it. Which number death was that? Ah, nice. Milk? No. No. Nope. Well, let's do the combination dance. It's funny, we have both an egg and a scrubber. I mean, we wouldn't have a male scrubber based off of what the guy said, right? This one doesn't, it doesn't indicate, oh, it's the fucking scrubber. That's what we were seeing on the fucking thing in the fucking ding. See, it's got the stuff on its shell. Yeah. None of these are going to go together. None of them seem like they would go together. I think I need to make progress in some other location. Despite the fact that we are on the verge of death with Charlie. The containers are heavy-duty and sealed securely, likely intended to transport fragile or unstable equipment and material. What about Mac? Pump the egg? I think I tried that already. Didn't I? And anyway, I don't think that that's a, yeah, I already tried that. I don't think that would be a thing. Oh, I wonder if this interface changed after I... Nope. Is there anything that needs milking or anything I can put under a microscope? This, maybe? Oh. That looks very cool. Mac just isn't strong enough to break any of these things. Hold on a second. I have to investigate possible shenanigans. Oh yeah. Okay. This looks like it could go there, but obviously not. So we put this here, and we don't really have anything else we can put there. Did we get anything? No. Hello. This system, despite the lasers being like eye-searing.
But don't you see, our work with the church is just as important as the corporations. By giving of our time and resources,
Shut the fuck up.
We are preparing ourselves for life to come.
We give back through our taxes and charitable donations. But our primary focus should be on meeting our goals and achieving success for the company.
How can we truly enjoy the fruits of our labor if we are not giving back to the community and helping those in need?
This is getting heated.
That's bullshit. You're just trying to distract us from our duties and responsibilities. Kane Corporation is the one that provides for us. It gives us purpose, meaning. Without it, we're nothing.
Okay. Oh, I thought this was going to be an entryway. Unfortunate that it is not. Oh. We must need to connect that with a wire. We need a wire from somewhere. But yeah, I was just saying, like, this system alleviates the one thing that always really kind of sucks with point-and-click adventures, which is the sort of poking around at every single pixel, trying to find the bullshit on every screen, and that's just like a giant frustrating waste of time, and it's not necessary. Like, it's more fun to just be able to enjoy the exploration and do the puzzles. I don't really feel like I'm losing anything by not having to do the pixel hunting all over. I remembered where we can get the milk from.
Children should not drink this.
I really wish I hadn't seen that.
I will say that I didn't realize what this was until now. It came out from inside of someone. I don't know why this was inside the brain.
Guess what? Ah!
Fox, thank you for the biddies. Very much appreciated.
An interesting stratagem, my friend.
wonder if that was the priestess then. Oh! The door closed itself? God, that thing moves so fucking fast. I thought we were gonna have to run in and close the door. Damn it. You know what I was gonna do.
It's got it. I trapped it. It is not scary now.
Well played, Moses.
I am a very smart bear now.
It's a little scary. I would say it's a little scary right now. Right? The arms and hands are pretty upsetting. This also... Okay, so we're seeing an X-ray of it, right? I'm not totally sure. Is this its ass? I think we're looking at its ass. Because at first I thought it was an X-ray, but now I think we're just seeing its back end, which is like an open rib cage and the end of like a cut-off spine. And that's... It's going wiling out over the milk. Lovely. Sid, thank you for the biddies.
You are in sample analysis.
Hell yeah, dude. I love to analysis samples. Plumes of smoke rise amidst the occasional spark of rent wire. Hey, we need one of those. We need a rent wire. We need to rent a wire. That is a dead scrubber. That is a closer shot of the same dead scrubber. That is a less close shot of a dead scrubber. That is the ripped off shell of a dead scrubber. Ah, this again. Don't know what this is. It's horrifying though. Scrubbers again, I think? I'm not sure. This might be different. Fantastic. Ah, more of this. Okay, so this is going to relate to the microscope. Okay. Oh, do we have to do some... Do we have to determine... Yeah, we do. Because the females want to mate. Spam. Dearest Peter Marshall, it's time to take action. Gather the necessary tools and materials for this procedure, including gloves, sterile gauze, skin glue, tweezers, and a magnifier, and a local anesthetic to numb the area. Use your fingers to locate the small irregular bump at the bottom of the skull and clean the area with a disinfectant solution. Make an incision at its base. Once the Transcendence chip has been exposed, carefully grip it with the tweezers and gently pull it out. It is essential to be careful and avoid pulling too hard, as this could cause damage. After removing the interface, clean the area with sterile gauze and a disinfectant solution. Finally, apply skin glue to the site to protect it from infection. You can now think and act freely. Join us in the fight for pure humanity. Yellow leaf always, yellow leaf forever. That's some spam, dude. Rows of sparking control panels line the wall, bedecked in a variety of readouts, dials, and switches. None seem operational. Dr. Drismian Hairfest, Chief Medical Officer. Report confidential. Patient 818386 has been in my care for 10 days. He exhibits the classic symptoms of a bacterial or viral infection. High fever, headache, sore throat, joint and muscle pain, weakness, and abdominal pain. We have isolated him in an isobaric chamber and observed a strict protocol. Although his condition is not within my area of expertise, I have been asked to document patient 818386's cognitive state. For better or worse, he does not seem fully aware of his physical condition. Dr. Atlas Moon, a veteran and student of the renowned Geratis Malan, will perform genomic analysis of the microbe. Report confidential to Celaya. Update on my previous report. The infection has progressed, and patient 818386 is now bleeding from every orifice. At the same time, he does not seem to be in any pain. 818386 maintains his journal and converses with medical staff. Surprisingly, the language he speaks is Russian, which isn't listed in his professional profile. Perhaps it's childhood regression in response to the trauma of his condition. Report confidential to Celaya. 818386 keeps falling into a fugue state. His vocabulary now extends to what can only be described as Proto-Mayan. Unfortunately, our records only cover a few of the terms he has used, and he cannot recall anything he spoke about after regaining full consciousness. Message to Atlas Moon. Dr. Moon, my report is attached for your perusal. The stasis pods of the 3 products I requested for study have just arrived. I will begin my observations post-haste. I am convinced that patient 818386's recollections are real, even if they are not his. The live PS-139 isolated by Dr. Moon could have incredible medical applications. Following exposure, the 3 products, 2 children and 1 adult female, start falling into the same dreamlike states experienced by 818386. The children began speaking fluent Russian and recalled events from a life in Severomorsk, as though they'd witnessed them personally. Meanwhile, the adult female recounted an unspeakable sacrificial ceremony from what must be an exceedingly ancient culture. That's it for this guy. Nothing more. The bulkhead has been fastened shut. Habitat. Tendrils of greenery spill out from the contained habitat, worming through the edges of the glass and creeping across the screen like a procession of caterpillars. Oh, I see. I thought that said ACAP. B-cub. B-dub. Badib. Badiv. Ediv. Uiv. Yuxv. Yuxt. Boy, oh boy, this is gonna be, this is gonna be a puzzler, huh? Okay, so we've got a sequence that looks like this. Let's switch over to Mac, I guess. The thing is, we didn't get anything else to examine under the microscope. Don't feel like that helps me a ton. Just FYI, we can't see the last bit of that code. Oh, because of my face cam? And what was it that we saw here? None of these. It's under research. That's not a bad idea. There we go. I'm one of them now. There we go. Perfection. I am the smart bear. I don't feel like a smart bear right now looking at this. This puzzle feels the most inscrutable so far. Like, I don't quite know how to interpret that info. There's another burst person in here with a screen for a head, but they definitely have an exploded torso. Further, clicking those buttons at the top almost seems to have random effects. Like, what does this mean? Skull inbox. And if I click on it, okay, so it's always ending in SV. So it's only changing the first two. Let's take some notes. Okay, so... I wish I could type into this without switching back. BU. KU. MU. Okay, so it's cycle back around. Okay. Tight. AW, eh? Ack. Ack. Add. Add. Ow. I like this set. This is my favorite set. Okay, so it looks like they're all gonna have 5. These two probably changed the last 2 pairs. So let's find out what they do. Night vision. Ultraviolet. Oops. Intravenous. Extroverted. I don't know. Super violence. Okay, so that's that loop. It. IR. If. Ib. And wait, what? Huh? Oh no. This is many, many, many more than that. I think that's going to be way harder to keep track of, Agio. But for me, at least, it would be. Psycho Boy, thank you for 101 months. Well, it's split into 4. So right here, right here, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these controls one of those. But the combinations here and how they affect each other, I think might be just a teensy bit mind-blowing. Well, maybe. Or maybe it's simpler than I think. I think that's what's going on here. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, well, we still don't exactly know what we're looking for. But actually, this doesn't really help us, right? We don't have any numbers. We don't have a G at all. I think this is for Mac's puzzle. Ah, I shouldn't have looked at chat. Rome has given me the answer. Possibly. Not this way, though. Where was that? Oh, it's on the other side of the room. Pretty sure, yeah. Because the last one is the one that's not a reference, right? Or the first one? Yeah. ACST. Yep. So we're gonna pull out a male, presumably, scrubber. But it probably would have taken me quite a while to get there.
Specimen retrieved.
Because that's just what the game wants to do.
Doesn't look like the same creature to me.
I'm just taking the context clues.
Proto specimen. Basic genetic engineering will be required, I'm afraid.
Because we need a male one to do something about the female ones that are blocking our path, right? I've seen you. He was trying to sneak by with a cup in his mouth. And as soon as I went, he just stopped where he stood and dropped it. Yep, crime. But yeah, I'm just guessing that our objective here is to create a male scrubber to get rid of the female scrubber swarm.
As I said, basic genetic engineering.
This isn't exactly my wheelhouse, you know.
You are a smart Mac.
The smartest.
So, what? I need to combine these things somehow?
No. You need to remove the proper gene sequences from the proto-organism and implant them in the embryo version for gestation.
Like you said. Basic.
Okay, so now the other things. Okay. This is still a lot. I don't think there's... Was there? Yes, there is. Okay. U1. What do we need? U1, G1, C1? And A1? Like the sauce? Or... The other thing that tells me that we're getting a... trying to get a male one together was this being emphasized here. I think this is indicating it's like unknown. So is the last one a guess? Or is it actually XX? Haha, whoops. I can't get back to the XX. Okay. Okay, so XX doesn't count.
Is that... Did I actually...
Successful genetic engineering. Congratulations.
Smartest Mac.
It looks tiny.
It is in its infancy. But it is in a maturation chamber. You simply need to wait for it to grow.
Not sure I like the sound of that.
I wonder how that 3% power is going. It actually has a little timer on it. Germinal. The maturation chamber accelerates the growth of the scrubber, therefore it should be fully matured pretty soon. Wonder how long the waiting period is. I don't feel like I have any other open puzzles. I can actually see it growing. I'm fighting the urge to smash it in the hopes that it won't eat our faces once it's popped out. Like, with the bear, I don't think that there's anything else to do. Maybe I just need to, like, pass through areas a lot. They mentioned it towards the beginning. They have some sort of material... Yeah, like some sort of storage, shared storage thing, something or other. Can we call it Robbie? This is a weird mechanic. Because I think I'm just literally stuck now until that does whatever it's gonna do. It's a test of patience. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like, what makes time pass in this? I mean, if time were passing, then Charlie's dead. Right? She's absolutely dead. How am I going to trigger a cutscene without any way to make anything happen? Well, that's what I've been doing. I'll keep doing it. Because it does do a little dance sometimes when I was doing things. Maybe not. Oh, it just did. Let me take another item in and see if that's just happening to every item. It is happening to every item. I don't think I have anything else to find or do. I've touched everything in every one of the areas. As far as like the bear goes, we did this stuff. I can still access the dead brain, but there's no interaction points. Oh! How did I not step right there? I must have come so close to stepping on that so many times. Nuki. Did this. I'm 100% sure I'm done with that room. Can't do that again. Nothing to do here. That's where we did all of this. Nothing else to do here either. There's that very suspicious looking spot there. But, oh, I didn't know I could zoom out until this moment. At any rate, I don't know why these are here, but I can't get to them. To be honest, I'm not sure zooming out helps you a whole lot in this. As far as this goes, I'm forgetting what was up here, but I think we've done everything. Oh, this was like the bathroom and the corpse and the one terminal. Yeah. Yeah, everything I can think of, I've done. Man, they can see it growing, but I sure can't. What if it's like Tamagotchi? What do you mean? Like it'll be days? I have to wait for it to beep? Give it a bath? I don't think I have a way to give it a bath, unfortunately. Is it using the system clock? I don't know, man. I don't know nothing. Maybe. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Is there some terminal or... Yeah, I was gonna say, this feels like a Metal Gear Solid mechanic. Damn. It's weird because I guess they intended for you to do this puzzle much sooner? Could I have done it sooner? What did I need? I needed to do the genetic puzzle. I needed the milk. To get that, I needed Mac to do the corpse thing in the bathroom. So then I could have access to that terminal. To get there, we had to do the flamethrower. I don't know, I guess I could have done this part earlier and then I'd have other puzzles to do. But unfortunately, it was just like the last puzzle. Use on self. Oops, I just gave it. Yeah, no. I can't walk into the swarm again. You can only do deaths one time. Yeah, I have a feeling this is just a poorly planned mechanic. Where they intended for you to do the puzzle earlier, I assume. I am trying to think, though, if there's anything, any place where, like a receptacle for something that I'm forgetting about that could maybe gestate this the fuck up. I don't know if I want to know. Did I try this already? I feel like I did. Well, it's the only item that has a little clock on it, so I feel like... I don't know. Yes or no answer only. Do I have to just literally wait? Real time. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a guess. 15 minutes? Hi. It is almost time, buddy. Dunno. I'm astonished by this. I would say I 10% like this because it is kind of cool that it's like a... I mean... It is fun that it's like you have to wait for it to grow. But I feel like if they can tell that you are at a point where you have no other puzzles that you can advance on, that it should end faster. That's what I think they should have done. I don't know if I did the puzzles in an order that was weird, that they didn't expect. I really feel like this would have come up in playtesting. Yes, the different characters have different descriptions. Her description has not changed. So nothing has changed about this. The bear wants to name it Robbie. Mac wants to smash it. Charlie says some science shit. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I already did. I don't wanna... Does this count? Yeah, I wish that the clock that's there was actually just showing us how much time is left. When did I get this? When did we get to this point? Let's see. It's 12:02 now. Looks like I got it 8 minutes ago. Roughly. It speeds it up by like 15 seconds per swap. I wonder if that means, though, the ones that I was doing, do those count? These lazy ones where I'm not actually switching characters? Oh my god, you gotta switch characters? It's not winning any beauty contests, but we could use this to inseminate something. Another scrubber, I assume. Okay, so I guess the swarm.
Sorry, little guy. I don't think you're going to like the attention.
This view. Docking ring. The diving suit dock allows escaping from the claustrophobic confines of oxygen-starved aquatic gear, as well as access to whatever supposed sanctuary may lie beyond. Of course.
Hard link connected. Docking ring powered.
You have to be kidding me.
It has a lock.
Warning. 2% energy reserves remaining.
When do I catch your break?
Can you rig it? Can you...
Let me focus. This better work, or I'm dead in the water.
1% energy reserves remaining.
Literally, I'm afraid.
My Charlie.
Oh, sick. Is she climbing up through something? Because her hair is... No. So there's just no, like, gravity to her hair.
I'm in.
There's no hair animation or physics.
Too goddamn close.
Language, Mac.
It's okay. I'm safe. I'm here. I'm safe.
You're saying it too often in a horror game. You're about to be cut in half.
Oh, that was too close.
Real air, Charlie.
Yeah, Moses. It's good. Oh, it's good.
Where are you now?
Alpha Base. Alpha Base.
You say that name in a way I don't like.
I want to say that the voice acting in this game, I feel like, is pretty exceptional. I've been enjoying all of that. Particularly the voice acting for Charlie is like pretty stellar. I didn't like the bear at first, but even the bear has grown on me. Also, the mysterious guy, really good as well. Just altogether good, I feel. This seems like a good point to call it a night. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, as always. Even if we're watching a fucking little gestation chamber for 15 goddamn minutes. My chat. Yeah, so tomorrow, I don't know what's happening exactly. The game plan, as we discussed last Friday with the Bananas, was that we were going to try to figure out maybe some spooky stuff. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm going to be there for the Bananas. So we'll see what happens. And then we'll be returning to Bone Totem on Saturday night. So thank you again, and have a beautiful night. I'll throw the game on, and I will do the thing where I sit here because I haven't updated the code. I will sit here and watch until it's over, and then shut down the stream. So enjoy. See you next time.